Hello everyone, here's Anjali with you. I've prepared an overview to the upcoming lunar eclipse. Please like if this video was useful for you and subscribe to my channel. Let's go. On September 18th at 4:44 am Central European Time, the peak of the next lunar eclipse on the Virgo Pisces axis will occur. This is sidereal zodiac. This will be the third consecutive lunar eclipse instead of the usual alternation between lunar and solar eclipses. As I mentioned in a previous post, we owe this oddity to the shift of the moon relative to the lunar node and the overtaking of the lunar eclipse's Saros over the solar eclipse's Saros. For more details, see the previous post. The eclipse will take place in the early degrees of Pisces in the Purva Phadrapada Nakshatra, which has the Greek name Pegasus. The 25th Nakshatra, one of the last in the lunar cycle, is an angry, fearsome, and transformative nakshatra filled with mysticism. Her name translates as the front legs of the funeral coach, or literally happy front legs, because what could be happier than finally leaving this illusory world? Her deity is Phadrapada, a mediator between heaven and earth, whose name is interpreted as metaphor for lighting and is associated with Rudra, the personification of anger and fury. So don't be surprised by impulsive fits of anger. However, this won't be interfere with the flow of extraordinary ideas expressed with eloquence. The symbol of Purva Phadrapada is a person with two faces. With one step, your entire being will transition to another state, and you will become someone else. This is where the mind, the moon, is now focused. Mysticism is currently having a profound effect on people. Inside information. Those who have the moon in this nakshatra can make money from this. They can also profit from being able to see and present situations from both sides. When the moon passes through the domain of this nakshatra, it is favorable to study matters related to death and the completion of processes. It's believed that the placement of the moon in the fourth pada of Purva Phadrapada leads the mind to detachment. Purva Phadrapada is associated with indulgence, violence, and lies. However, she is also linked with the repentance, humbling the ego, and strong focus on one's goals. Purva Phadrapada also brings material prosperity and a sense of self-worth. Despite the negative nature of this nakshatra, she promises a rapid growth and development, if only because repentance follows a fall from grass, and also because Purva Phadrapada and the sign of Pisces are ruled by expansive Jupiter. This eclipse is triggered by Rahu, positioned at almost 11 degrees away from the moon, in the third pada of the Uttara Bhadrapada nakshatra, Andromeda, which pairs with Purva Bhadrapada. She is also an angry nakshatra, but her anger is noble, so her actions are thoughtful. The symbol of this nakshatra is the back happy legs of the funeral coat, which allows for reflections and reassessment of the situation. This nakshatra presents solutions in the most favorable light for everyone. She grants the ability to earn well and handle money skillfully. Rahu feels excellent in this nakshatra because the maximum growth of material wealth is exactly what he needs. The presiding deity of Uttara Bhadrapada is the sea dragon Ahyabhutnya, symbolizing Kundalini and endowed with the ability to create joy. One should be extremely cautious with intoxicating substances and wastefulness. As a trigger for the culminating lunar eclipse, Rahu's restless nature will seek an outlet through exploration of the otherworldly and the development of physical abilities. In the future chart, Rahu will move into Libra, the domain of Venus, which seeks balance and harmony in life. Therefore, he is now learning politeness and refinement. However, Rahu is still Rahu, and his impulsiveness is not going anywhere. Where is the ruler of the eclipse, Jupiter, located? He is in Taurus, the sign of material comfort, money, and physical pleasure. Jupiter's main task is to acquire higher knowledge, but in Taurus, he filters everything through the lens of material well-being, valuing everything in terms of money. A person wants to make a lot of money, and they do. That is the gift of Jupiter, so it is not always favorable. Jupiter will also expand the opportunities for new experiences and adventures. He has just entered the Mrigashira Nakshatra, a seeking, curious nakshatra that even pushes for the pursuit of the new adventures. This is the eternal search for the intoxicating soma, eternal bliss. It is impossible to attain in the material world. Being in the third house relative to the event, Jupiter grants courage and bravery, harmonious relationships with and benefits from siblings and travels, a competitive spirit, persistence, and entrepreneurial drive. You can be assured that your efforts will be crowned with success. Jupiter also oversees the 10th house, which on the one hand fosters a responsible attitude toward work, but on the other, by expanding this area, increases job changes and shifts in career path. In the Navamsha, Jupiter is heading into Leo, fully revealing his individuality through creativity. Be careful not to become arrogant if you find yourself in political or governmental circles. Jupiter is connected to Venus through the sign and Mars through the nakshatra. Mars has moved into Gemini, and now he has a lot of tasks that require significant effort, as this is not just about wielding a sword. Especially this communication related to financial management, such as rental or transportation, formalizing property inherited from the mother, obtaining an academic degree or education, and overall activities aimed at improving reputation and recognition. In this configuration, Mars is also the ruler of the second house, and while positioned in the fourth house, he tries to be prudent to ensure that these sources of income don't turn into expenses. The third part of Adra, where he is staying now, promotes the development of mathematical skills, which are very useful to him right now. They will also come in handy in the Navamsha, where Mars moves into Aquarius and deals with everything related to electricity, a storm of mental activity and sudden flashes of insight. The key thing is not to be rude. Another insider tip: practice Ekapada asana, one-legged pose, to improve Mars well-being. Venus is now in the second pada of Chitra Nakshatra and is long past the degrees of her debilitation, 3 degrees, and is now on the verge of leaving Virgo, where everything is focused on order and discipline. This will come in handy as she will remain there in the future chart. Venus casts with her 7th aspect on the eclipse, which means everything related to partnerships is damaged. This is further complicated by her role as ruler of the 3rd and 8th houses, while she is positioned in the 7th house. However, the fact that Venus is about to exit Virgo is a good sign. It indicates an exit from a difficult situation and transformation into something new. Ketu is not far away from Venus. He is still in Hasta and drives toward self-realization, which also does not contribute to harmony in relationships. To put it simply, Ketu is not the kind of Graha planet that promotes attachment. On the contrary, it cuts off the sense of attachment. The pursuit of public recognition may even seem aggressive at the moment, especially when people are pushing and promoting their terms due to their sense of personal uniqueness, or so they believe. Ketu, being part of our unconscious, gives us mastery from the past, especially mathematical and surgical abilities in Hasta. However, he also triggers our deepest fears and irrational phobias. In the Navamsha, Ketu moves into Aries, endowing a person with a hot temper and the power to defeat enemies. The Sun, our inner light, has just moved into Virgo and is in his Nakshatra, Uttara Phalguni. This Nakshatra strives to unite the soul and mind, helping to achieve the goals that the soul set for self when incarnating, while drawing upon practical intelligence. Since the Sun represents the true light of the soul, which understands that it is here by some mistake, under the influence of this nakshatra, the Sun helps others to recognize this error. Humanism is the key quality. He shines brightly during the eclipse. In the future chart, the Sun will move into Capricorn, cultivating outstanding organizational skills, practicality, and diligence. Saturn stands on the periphery and does not restrict the sequence of events. The time has not yet come. Wait, in the Navamsha, Saturn will be in Aries with Ketu, bringing past karma to the forefront so that we can walk through issues precisely and punctually. Mercury also remains on the sidelines and does not comment on the moment. He knows that in the future he will join Rahu in the pursuit of earnings, where he will try to eloquently put everything into words. This was all from my side. I hope this video was useful for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Wish you blissful transformation. All the best and goodbye by now.